saying to us all the time, this is a woman who had come from Beaumont, Texas. So in order to teach in San Francisco, she had to be reaccredited. It means she had to take classes because she had gone to a black college in Beaumont, Texas. But I remember her saying in 1954, 55, right around the time of Brown versus the Board of Education, the Montgomery bus boycott, all of that, I remember her saying, I'm not simply in the business of making good students. I want good citizens. And for that, in that sense, that translated in some way, and I remember her saying that. In fact, you can find pictures somewhere on somebody's eBay or website of me in the third, fourth grade with Miss Slumber there. But I remember that moment, and hopefully, whether as a civil servant, which I did 6.5 years. I worked in city government in San Francisco. I worked out of the mayor's office. The mayor then was Joseph Aliotta, and worked in community development. So I worked in the Bayview Hunters Point, the southeast part of San Francisco, and also in the Mission District. The Bayview Hunters Point was the black community, the Mission District was the Hispanic community. I worked there. And really, in a sense, I saw an extraordinary moment, what I call in grassroots participatory democracy. That men and women believe that they have the capacity and the ability to be the architects of their own rescue. That they have the capacity to change their community, to have and create the political projects, and I use the word underline political projects necessary to change their community. And wherever we are in the world, we have to think about that. What are the political projects that in us it humanizes us, but also makes us value even more the role of citizenship? How do we bring people together is in one way, and someone was talking about how Mandela talked about how the arts or sports was important to doing this as well. But how do we do that? And how do we, in a sense, go through the transformation that we desperately need? There's so many issues that we have to contend with as human beings, not simply just as Bahamians, but as human beings on this planet. Not simply just as Americans, but human beings on this planet, or wherever we come from. Whether it's climate change and global warming, whether it's the increase in poverty and the increase in the disparity in wealth and distribution of resources and wealth in this world. Those are the things we have to come with, but we have to have not only our minds set to deal with these particular issues, but we also have to have our imagination, the imagination necessary to really create the world that we can dream of, to create that beloved community that Dr. King talks about. If an award is simply a step that reinforces us in some sense and recommits us to some higher ideal, I'm sure that this award tonight provides me with the opportunity to do that. Thank you.